And we are back on Big Board Sports on a Monday morning. The Dane train heads to Boston, and they are in the Final Four after the victory over the weekend, and an impressive one it was over Denver 15-13 in the quarterfinals, and now to the Final Four. The head coach is Scott Marr, and he joins us, as always, on the Monday show here on Big Board Sports 104.5 at Team ESPN Radio. Coach, good morning and congrats.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Good morning to you guys.
Appreciate it, and I watched the whole game. Chris was there. I sat home and watched the start to finish, and boy, what a game it was. Lived up to the billing. You were able to pull it out. Have you come down from the excitement of that win and the celebration? Have you had a chance to enjoy it at all?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're definitely enjoying it, but we certainly got to get back to work this morning, and we already are getting ready for Yale, so it was fun. It was fun after the game Saturday and all day yesterday. I was down in Baltimore, but I'm sure the guys enjoyed themselves yesterday. But we're ready to get back to work this morning.
What in your opinion, Coach? What was the difference in the 15-13 win?
Well, the difference was that we only had 5 turnovers and they had 9. The ground balls were even at 25. The faceoffs were even at 15 apiece. Goaltenders were pretty close together. Their goalie had a couple more saves than JD, but I thought JD had some timely saves in the fourth quarter. But I just think our effort, and our willingness to do everything it took to get to this next weekend. TD Erlin just battling him and Troy and Kyle McClancy on the wings made some huge plays. TD was diving all over the place at Baptiste and just made some great hustle plays. And I thought defensively, I thought Stone Sims did an outstanding job on their best player once Eric DeLuey went out, and then we made some matchup switches, and Stone took their best player out, and then Connor Filipowski came in for Eric and did a great job on their best scorer. So, it was, again, all-around team effort. Everybody really played to their best ability, and Denver was a great team. It was a great game. It was a lot of fun to be a part of, for sure.
Scott, I can imagine you were tired of hearing about it. Same would go for your players, a UAlbany program that had never been to championship weekend before. But now that you're here, and I just happened to be near you after the game yesterday and after the press conference, that even you felt exhausted after that game because of how much was on the line, and I think how much it went back and forth and all the shots that Denver gave you guys. Is there any concern that maybe so much emphasis was put on that game that these guys, it may take a lot to kind of reload for another one? Not
at all. The fact that we're playing Yale again, I think after probably the worst game we played all year against them about a month ago, really helps fuel the fire right away. The opportunity to get back at them and have another shot at playing them and hopefully playing better, gets us ready to go right away. But, this team wasn't about the quarterfinal stuff. Again, it's a new team every year, and these guys, they have their goals set on being at this weekend and having an opportunity to win a national championship. So, they're going to be ready to go. I guarantee you they'll be all fired up at films this morning in about an hour, and and we're certainly excited to have another opportunity at Yale.
Scott, can you reflect back at what I texted you yesterday? How many years you've been there? 18. Can you reflect back on where this program was when you took it over and built it, and where you are at now and everything you've gone through?
Yeah, it's trying not to reflect too much, honestly, just trying to look forward here to the next weekend. But it's certainly, I think for everybody involved, starting with Lee McElroy and Gail Danson for giving me the opportunity to be here and coach here at Albany. I wouldn't be here without those two, and then just all the people that have been involved. They had so many great people around me, and my assistant coaches, and that I've had throughout the years. And just all the support that we get from our alumni. If you watch that game on TV, you can hear that Albany chant in the background. There's not another school out there that has that kind of fan support. I think maybe Maryland's pretty close right now with how many people they travel with, but just unbelievable how many alumni and people were at the game on Saturday, and all the support that we get. So it's just, it's really nice that we've built, we've all helped build this family, and everybody respects each other and has so much fun being around each other. Doesn't matter if you graduated in 03 or 15 or whatever the case might be. So, I got over 300 text messages, and a lot of them were from alumni.
Wow. More than almost 7,000 people there, Raj. I'm telling you, every time TD won a face-off, every time there was a forced turnover, a big hit, a goal. I mean, it felt like Casey Stadium. It felt like an absolute home game. Scotty, I was incredibly impressed by TD. I mean, he's only a sophomore, and I think a lot of times we tend to forget that because of the impressive numbers he puts up. But he's got another test coming this Saturday, and I know he knows it right away, too, because after we spoke with him after the America East Championship game, he said Vermont tried to do some of the things to me that Yale and Connor Mackey did. So I know TD, I'm sure, is looking forward to this challenge. Again, the obvious question, but how important will the face-off X be?
Yeah, that's a question. I think, going into this game this past weekend, I was asked the question 100 times, but 50-50 was what we said would be perfect. If we go 50-50, that gives us a great chance to win the game. If we get anything over 50-50, and TD has that kind of a day, it would just be gravy. So, we go into the same thing this weekend. I think last time we played Yale, we were in the 30s. So if TD can get up to 50 against this kid, if not maybe a little bit more, just give us an opportunity to have the ball a little bit more. That'll be huge for us. But again, it's winning faceoffs as a unit. It's clearing the ball, and it's not turning the ball over on offense. And like I said, we only had 5 turnovers in the game. That's an incredibly low number for that level of play in the competition we were playing against. So we really did a good job of taking care of the ball the other day, and then again just spreading our scoring out and making plays on the defensive end when we had to. They were a very good offense. I mean, this is the number one offense in us versus the number one defense in them, and then our defense was number 2 against their number 7 offense. So you're talking about both sides of the ball for both teams are up there in the top 10 in those categories. So it was, again, it lived up to the billing. It was a fun game to be a part of, and like I said, our guys really stuck with it and made plays when they had to.
I know we had it on our highlights. I thought the play of the game for me was watching Nanacoke when they try to bump him, man. It's like he's had the football helmets on, like keep going, bang, bang, and then he wins those just about every time, right, when you try to get that physical with him?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to beat him around or push him around. He's so strong, and his will is really strong too. He really the kid. When we get to these types of games, these big games all year, he's really stepped up and played really well. And again, I think a lot of us have a little redemption for that Yale game. We didn't play well, we didn't coach well. Like I said, it was probably the worst performance we had all season. So I know they're going to try to beat him up a little bit again, but it's tough to do. And again. We spread the scoring out so well the other day. All 6 of our top guys all scored, and we're all on the score sheet. So it just was an impressive offensive performance for us.
Talk about his will. I mean, the emotion he showed after that game, too. There's a purpose behind his play, which kind of just gives you a little bit of a window into exactly who, Dahoga Nanacoke is. Really cool.
Yeah, that's a good question. And I think, in life, I think we all have somebody that we're playing for. And we all have had losses in our life that people remember and wish there were some people here to watch us play and celebrate with us at these times. But he's a really good kid, and he's really excited to be here, and he was just so happy that it all worked out and that we got him here, and he really did show some good emotion after the game. But he's excited for this next step here to go to Gillette.
Scott, before I let you go, how's your son holding up? I know Kyle had a couple of goals for Johns Hopkins in a loss to Duke.
Yeah, tough day. They just didn't seem to have the energy, and they got themselves into a hole and didn't shoot the ball great early in the game. I know he was disappointed in how he shot in the first half himself. So anytime you lose at this level, when you get to that point where you have an opportunity to do something special, it does hurt. I was down there with him after the game, and he was clearly disappointed. But it's just part of life, and it's part of growing. It's an experience that he had, and hopefully he can learn from it and maybe get back to this point next year.
Scott, it's going to be a fun week, a hectic week, I know, but look forward to talking with you on the TV side of things throughout the course of the week and the build-up to Saturday at 12 noon. But congrats on everything, man.
Two more, man. 2 more.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Halfway there.